Some animals live in bursts. A dayfly has 24 hours to rise, mate, and vanish. A hummingbird burns through life like fire in a bottle. Their time is fast, bright, and gone before we blink. Others stretch their lives into decades. Elephants, whales, old trees swaying in slow conversations with the wind. But turtles feel different. They don't seem to move through time. They seem to carry it with them. You can see it in the way they move. Not hurried, not idle. Each step, each glide has weight. Not because they are slow, but because they are precise. As if they are in conversation with something deeper than the clock. Scientists measure time in seconds, calendars in days, but turtles measure time in return. They leave, they wander, they vanish into the sea. And then, when it's time, they come back to the same shore, the same sand, as if the ocean was never wide enough to make them forget. In a world always rushing forward, the turtle moves like a memory, not lost, just patient. There are sea turtles alive today who were born before color television, before the internet, before most of us. They have watched centuries shift like the tides. Some live over 100 years, but their story isn't just about lifespan, it's about lineage. Sea turtles have existed almost unchanged for over 110 million years. They watched the dinosaurs fall. They saw continents drift. And still, they swam. They are not built for speed. Their legs don't rush. Their hearts don't panic. Their survival doesn't depend on being the fastest. It depends on knowing when to move and when to wait. In a world that rewards urgency, turtles chose another path: longevity. They became masters of endurance, not efficiency. And their design reflects it. A shell not just for defense, but for time. A body shaped by patience, not power. Where others sprint toward the future, the turtle stays rooted in a deeper rhythm. Not slow because it's behind, slow because it never left. Imagine swimming across an ocean with no map, no guide, and no visible path. And yet, somehow, you arrive exactly where you began. That is the turtle's quiet miracle. After decades adrift, after circling the globe, a sea turtle returns to the very beach where it was born. Not just the same coastline, the same stretch of sand. No one teaches them. They don't follow a scent or a sound. What they follow is something deeper, a field, magnetic, invisible, alive. Scientists believe turtles can sense Earth's magnetic field like a sixth sense. Each coastline, each nesting beach leaves a unique magnetic signature, and the turtle somehow imprints that memory into its body. It isn't thought, it isn't logic, it's a remembering that doesn't need words. They don't carry a destination, they carry an origin. And no matter how wide the sea, the compass pulls home. Maybe some part of them never really left. Maybe some part of us hasn't either. Turtles don't check clocks. They wait for signs written in water and light. When a female sea turtle returns to lay her eggs, it's not just instinct, it's timing. She comes ashore under the pull of the moon, in sync with lunar cycles that have guided her kind for millennia. No alarm sounds, no countdown begins. She simply knows. And when the hatchlings emerge, they don't wait for sunrise. They crawl through cool night sand, drawn forward by moonlight glinting on the waves. A soft shimmer in the distance, and they move. They are not rushing, they are responding. Tides, shadows, wind, all part of an internal calendar too ancient to measure, a rhythm coded into their cells. They move when the earth tells them it's time. While we obsess over minutes and notifications, the turtle moves to something quieter, the slow drumbeat of the world itself. In the depth of winter, when the ocean cools and the world quiets, some turtles do something astonishing. They slow their heartbeat to just one beat every 10 minutes. Not because they're dying, because they're adapting. In times of cold, drought, or danger, turtles retreat not out of fear, but wisdom. They don't fight the storm, they outlast it. Their stillness isn't paralysis, it's precision. A pause so deep it borders on disappearance. Where others flail or flee, the turtle waits, not asleep, aware, not frozen, listening. Stillness is not the absence of motion. It is motion that knows when to stop. In the long game of survival, the ones who endure aren't always the ones who act first. Sometimes they're the ones who rest deeper, breathe slower, and know that patience, too, is power. Turtles don't chase time. They carry it quietly, steadily, in the curve of their shell, in the rhythm of their breath. They don't race toward the future or try to outrun the past. They simply return to the shore they were born, to the tide that shaped them, to the rhythm that has never stopped calling. They don't need reminders. They just remember. And maybe so do we. Maybe deep inside us, beneath the noise, the schedules, the striving, there's a compass too, a sense of where we began, of what still waits for us, of when it's time to move, and when it's time to rest. We forget, but the turtle never does. So, next time you feel lost, watch the way a turtle moves. Not hurried, not afraid, just returning slowly to something ancient, something whole.